What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the latest episode of the War Room podcast. And today we're doing something pretty interesting. We're actually breaking down some film using the new released War Room player grades of some of our favorite guys in the draft class. Joining me is my co-host, Liam Carr.
What's up? It's been a while. Something a little new here. I'm super excited on it. We've been working for it for a while. Hope you guys enjoy. This will be a great breakdown on some names you do see and some names you may not have seen yet for the upcoming drafts. Maybe sound smarter to some friends and around the office.
Yeah. This is the War Room presented by the Sideline Journal, where the film doesn't lie. Let's get to work. Yeah, I mean, we just wanted what we wanted to do for this little episode here on the weekend, recording this on a Sunday. Y'all should see this on Monday. Is talk about some of our favorite guys in the class. And I know Liam, from his scouting work, he's fallen in love with a couple guys out of Arkansas. And so we're going to start with one of them today, Julian Neal. He's this really rangy corner out of Arkansas. And what we got pulled up here is a game that he's got here against UCLA. He's down here in the boundary. Liam, walk us through what we're about to watch here.
Yeah, so Julian Neal, Mason, you can play for a little bit, and we can have the people watch. He's one of the. I'll just say some facts about him. He's 6'2". He's one of the taller guys in this draft. Do we have? Yeah. Anyway, so he's one of the taller guys, 6'2". There's a guy at Ohio State. It's hard to say his name, but yeah, they're one of the two taller corners of the draft. I like this guy because he plays a little more safe option than the Ohio State guy. I think his name is Igbinosun. Anyways, yeah, here we go on a go route, and he just plays it perfectly, comes back for the ball. He's just so smart, is one of my favorite things. And so, Mason, if we can go to, I think the 55-second mark is coming up. As we see here, he's good. He's good at reading the quarterback's eyes. He's good at getting the play. Oh, we're perfect. Yeah, that was some great film right there. But I wanted to get into his run defense because this is one of the things in the NFL with the run game coming in strong. We can see him here take the outside. He does not get sucked inside. He's not afraid of contact. He's a big body. I'm not really looking forward for him for a cornerback 1. I think he'd be a fantastic cornerback 2. He plays mostly, here he is on the far side, but he plays mostly short side from what I've seen. Here's a great route. The ball doesn't go towards him, but he follows perfectly on a kind of weird out route in the goal line. And so here he is, doesn't flip his hips too early. Like I said, he just plays it really smart. He's really conservative. He just doesn't play bad, and that's what I like about him. He's looking to go in the second round. So that I think his value is really high. He's not a Mansour Delane. He's not the Colton Hood or Jeremiah McCoy. But if he goes in the later second round, third round, if he slides down to the fourth round, he will be a steal, of course. So he's not the best. He's not the best. Mansour Delane is fantastic. But this is a guy where if I'm a team that needs a quarterback 2 or just needs a guy to step up, I am eyeing him. He just plays fantastic, Mason. Do you see anything out of this?
Yeah, I mean, he's every bit as 6'2", 205, like his measurables.
Yeah, he's physical.
Yeah, what sticks out to me is his punch, right? Like, for you guys that play Madden, how they put that in there is they put that bottleneck X factor, and that's what they're talking about, is his initial zone chuck punch. I mean, look, right there. He's just pressing the dude into the boundary. That's what we want to see out of a corner like that. I like it. I think he's got good value in the day 2 range. I mean, I think his ADP right now is around 96, and I think that's people are way too low on him. I think that he's somebody that the physical traits kind of leap off the tape when you watch him play.
And these are the highlights, and there's I think he ranked somewhere in like the top 10% of PBUs. He's very good. He didn't have a whole lot of interceptions, so like I think he only had 2 in the year, so he didn't get just lit up with the highlights. But I think there's just a lot of talent there. Cornerback's a hard position because if you look at stats, you'll just blow right by him. There's nothing crazy about him. I think he's fantastic. If he goes higher, see, that's when it starts to be his value because there might be, if the Cowboys pick him with their, second pick, well, they're probably going to go Mansour. Bad example.
No, but I mean,
if somebody picks him as a quarterback 1, I don't think he's going to be as good. Make him be a cornerback 2 for like a couple years, and then he could take over. He needs to learn. He's not there yet, but like you said, his punch is there. He's all bit of 6'2", which is nice to have in the NFL when you got the physical wide receivers like A.J. Brown, DK Metcalf, when you got – yeah. This is a guy that he's pretty far down there in the draft board. Keep an eye out him on day two. If he slides, even better for your team. Be happy about him.
Yeah, and I mean, like just watching the tape, knowing where we think he's gonna go, and I mean, he's a 1 year starter, so I think there's a little bit of risk there. But I mean, look at the
Yeah,
tangibles, the tape, kind of where we think that he is. I mean, the positional value as well. I mean, we have a pretty solid grade on this guy, and I mean, that's why we wanted to bring him up to you. Because right now, ADP is, from what we can tell, is 96, but for us here on the War Room, we've got him at a very solid 80.4 War Room grade. And for us in the tiers, the way that we rank these players, 80.4 puts him firmly in the second round. I think
yeah.
that's exactly where his future is in the league. He's a second round day two corner. Think, value of Tariq Woolen. I know he had the head case, with the Seahawks. But that's exactly where he falls into play. I also think the Seahawks had a corner like him way back when in 2013 with Brandon Browner, Nashawn Wright from the Bears that just got a nice little 1 year, $6 million contract. Those bigger
Yeah.
physical corners could play the short side of the field. I think that's exactly what we've got here. But the whole 22 clips. When he's got Mike Washington Jr. pulled up here, it's like Liam's talking about. When we get this play rolling, and what we see is just like Liam said, we see a dude that's pure speed.
Fantastic. Yeah. And a bonus is you'll see throughout the film, he does great wheel routes out of the backfield. Right here, boom, great cut, dude. That just gets me hyped up right there. And then he's gone. He's got great speed. He's all of that 4.33 speed. He's one of the fastest running backs. Here's just a simple, just get upfield, just a couple of yards. I'm a big fan of him. Um, we're against Alabama A&M, so we got to grade this kind of on a scale. But he should be doing that because. Yeah, but look at that. He's just taking all these simple dump passes, and he reminds me. I'll say it, but Devon Achane with that speed. He's got a fantastic speed. That's gonna be just a high. Oh, here we go. I love this play right here. Boom, get off me, and then finish it. That's against Texas, all right. That one of their things was defense. So, um,
Yeah, but I'll go ahead and take, even on a highlight tape, there's something I don't like right there is he's a body
sure,
catcher. He's not going out there catching it with his hands. He's letting it trap it into the body. And I mean, for me, when I was coaching running backs in college, what you always look for is you look for contact balance and punishing at the end of runs when they finish. And I mean, that's where I think that there's some worrisome here as far as he's speedy, he's quick, he's taking what the defense is giving when he's running, he's making the cut to get loose, but how does he finish his runs?
sure, that's fair. One of the things I'm looking at now, he's a lower in the draft. He's definitely got some problems with him for sure. One of the things I just like about him is that to me, he has a great foundation. There were problems too because I don't know if the highlight came up yet, but he breaks it down the left side of the field and he keeps it in his right hand the entire time. So there's some things, but to me, it's just a foundation. I think he is a natural running back. The way he runs, he sprints. I think he's got pretty good vision, as we've seen a couple times in the highlight reel so far. Here's another just a wheel route. He just does it so many times, and yeah, he body catches it, Mason. But I'm not going to ask so much for him because he's a running back. But still, we don't look at that. Just one simple cut against Texas again. He sees the hole, and then he just makes a quick play, Mason.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
and I think that's exactly where we've got him and where we kind of see him going, in this draft and in the league with our grade is he's athletic, he's put some good stuff on film. The positional value might not be quite where we would like it. But I mean, this is a guy that's being mocked at kind of a day three selection. And I mean, for us, we got the War Room player grade in motion here. And I mean, the film, what we can kind of tell here is, I mean, this is a solid player that looks like he could come in, be a third down running back really quickly, really grow into, being in a running back share. And by year two, year three, he's a starting caliber running back. And so, when you get the film grade in of 6.5, which for us says that he can be a quality NFL starter, he's got some good things on tape with athleticism. He's put up some good production against good teams. His War Room grade kind of comes really square out at 77.0, which is, again, firmly in the third round, which is exactly where we want a running back like this is going to be with his ADP,
yeah,
right? I mean, I think
yeah,
from what I've been able to see and find is he's a day three guy all the way. but your team goes and gets a third round talent in the fifth round. That's exactly what they get in Mike Washington. And I mean,
Hmm.
I think so many people are so low on this running back class, and that's why you see veteran running backs getting all the signings. But me and Liam, we
Kind of
look at
fair
it.
because
Huh,
Jeremiah Love is in this draft.
absolutely, and everyone's saying the second best running back was his backup, Jerry and Bryce. But I think a team like I look at like the Dallas Cowboys, my Dallas Cowboys. If they went and got a speed back like this, in the fifth or sixth round, I would be really ecstatic about Mike Washington Jr.
For sure, any team would be. He's not the power back. He doesn't when they had him in the goal line, some of those runs were iffy. Like, did he get in? And so there are some worries about that too. Because like with Jahmyr Gibbs, it's just like I trust that guy is gonna get in when it's in the red zone. He is just all bit of that. Mike Washington is not that. So that's just there are some things within that are questionable. But I see you have a guy you're a big fan of pulled up, Mason. You excited? You ready for this
Yeah,
dude?
so we're gonna take a trip. We're staying, in these power conferences, going over to the Big Ten, and this is somebody that's a consensus first round pick. But I'm gonna make the case of why I think that he should be a top 10 pick, which I think is crazy because obviously it's a nose tackle. But Kayden McDonald out of Ohio State, he's the reason Sonny Styles and Arvell Reese will be top 10 picks. I mean, the dude's an absolute monster. You see 98 just blow up the running back there. That's a dude that's every bit of 6'2", 320 pounds that just made that play.
Whoa,
You're gonna watch him just absolutely blow up this play. I mean, look at that
just a
human.
monster.
That was
Yeah.
wide zone where they're trying to hit it off of the right tackle, and Kayden McDonald went and blew that up in the backfield. And that's exactly what you're going to get out of this dude, in my opinion. Is he's just somebody that's always going to set the strength of your defense to him. He's going to allow lower level linebackers, other defenders on your team, get loose and make shake. Which for the Cowboys, that's why they went and made the trade for Kenny Clark for Osa, and they had Digazua, and they had Kenny Clark. Is
Hmm.
you go get a guy like this because you can't just go sign one in free agency, but you can build your defense around them, and that's why I wanted to pull up Cade McDonald because he just fly when you're watching Ohio State tape and you're looking for Sonny Styles, you're looking for Arvell Reese, you're looking at Caleb Downs. What shows up on the tape is Kayden McDonald consistently making plays in the trenches, in the run game, and I can't remember exactly where it is in this tape. Let me see if I can kind of skim it a little bit. But what makes you excited about him is he actually has some pass rush upside. And you don't, yeah, here it is right there. I knew it was towards the middle of
Speed,
the
yeah,
tape.
not getting out of there.
And I mean, right there, he slips through the gaps, fights through two blocks, sack, 5 yards in the backfield. And so, I mean, to me, the athleticism is extremely exciting to look at. And I just think he's somebody that's a little undervalued right now. Most mock drafts, they have him going at the 32, 34, 36 range. Some are late first, some are early seconds. I just look at the Bengals, who have nothing at defensive line. And I think that it's not crazy to say that I think he could be a top 10 pick.
Hey, that's not crazy because also with that pick is that look at these nose tackle D tackles and how long they stay in the league, Mason. Right, and their contracts are usually not super expensive either. So, like, imagine just getting this guy and saying, "Yeah, you're gonna retire." Whoever drafts him is going to be saying that you're going to stay here for life. So get comfortable because he's just going to be so consistent, and that's just all you want out of a nose tackle. And if you can get that pass rush upside with it, that is a steal no matter where. So yeah, the Bengals, who have no really help on the line, especially with Trey Henderson gone, start with the interior. You got to stop the run, and Kayden McDonald would be a fantastic add to your defensive line. I mean, just look at this his hands, and then
Yeah.
look at that.
I mean,
Insane.
the dude's motor is just insane. And so, I mean, guys, that's why I wanted to bring him up because, I mean, it's not always sexy to look at defensive tackles, but I mean, the dude to me is just a freak. I really love his tape. And I mean, looking at it, why I wanted to bring him up is the War Room player grade model. He's one of the highest graded players I've got. I mean, the film to me is I have it at 7.7. It's in the range of good above average starter to Pro Bowl starter at 8. I think that's exactly what he's going to be. Somebody that could get, a Jordan Davis type impact of 6 sacks, 35 pressures, destroy the run game every year. I think the athleticism at being 6'2", 330 is there. I, project him to be a top 12 interior D lineman in the first 4 years of his rookie contract, and all of that. And I mean, there's no risk factors. He's played 2 years at Ohio State. He played in a pro level system. He comes out with an 86.3, which is a clear first round grade. That means he's a top 25 player, and that's what I think he is in this class. And for me, I really only have about 15 of these grades out on players in this class, Liam. And so, I mean, with that,
But one
I
of the
don't think it's crazy to overdraft a player like this.
no, and that's why I brought up that he'll just be there for life. Is because like none of the fans for wherever he goes is probably going to be super excited about just getting a nose tackle with your first round pick. But he's going to be there for the next 10, 15 years. He's going to play till he's like 35 for your team. So, how old is Cam Hayward? You know?
Yeah,
So
exactly.
these guys are
That
just
is an
going to be,
incredible point.
they're just going to be putting their ears back every single play and that just being consistent. Um, Kayden McDonald, he doesn't just have um, the run stop clogging the hole that you want. But seeing him use his hands, great footwork, Mason, that got me hyped up. And if you can add that pass rush like we see with like Tavondre Sweat, you saw a lot in his rookie year, that's just upside. That's just a bonus. That's just the extras. So teams should be on the lookout for him.
100%. And I mean, kind of now going maybe to more exciting conversation about some players we really wanted to do is we wanted to start with two wide receivers that we look at them pretty differently than a lot of the consensus media. I think the NFL looks at these players the same way because the eye in the sky doesn't lie. But Liam, I got Jordan Tyson pull up here and kind of walk us through what you see with this tape.
Sure. One of the things that stands out, we can just run it, is Jordan Tyson just has a great instinct for the ball when it's in the air, and then he also has the know-how for settling down in the zone, which is definitely something that you can pick up. But I think for me, I think it's something that he learned. All right here. I mean, I know they're playing Northern Arizona University, but he just finds the gaps. Okay, he just finds the little holes, and like let's remember that Arizona State, yeah, they're ranked 11th here, but Sam, how do you say his last name? I forget. Anyways,
Sam
their
Levitt.
quarterback, I think,
Yeah.
yeah, he could have done a little better. There's a lot of memes about him. So, if we want to go to something exciting, can we hit the 58-second mark? 58 seconds, start around there. Oh, it's actually coming up. Um, oh, yeah, we got to. That is just fantastic footwork right there. Here's just a simple out route. I think we might have skipped over just barely, but we can. I might have missed up. I just want to see his go back. This play right here is his footwork is something that is just super exciting to watch. It's just the simple. Um,
Yeah, but I
but
mean,
go
like,
to
yeah,
that
we'll
though.
buzz through this a little bit. Maybe get something more exciting
I
on the
had the
tape here.
1 minute 55-second mark. If we could go somewhere around there, we see a fantastic contested catch on the bottom of our screen. We're gonna watch him just jump up there, and
Oh
in
yeah,
between
this
two people.
absolutely
The cornerbacks
yes.
could have played that better, but him just jumping up there, he gets some pretty good reach on him. So that's just something that you love to see. And then right here, just a
So this
fantastic,
player
great
right
athletic
here, we
play.
we saw George Pickens do this on Sunday with the Dallas Cowboys. Like, and I'm saying that because you look for traits in college players that you see on NFL Sundays, and that play right there, catching, high pointing, high footing it through two defenders into the end zone, reaching for the goal line and making
And then
it,
the yak.
that is an NFL type of play,
I don't love
and
that
it
play right
it
there.
leaps
That
off
was
the screen.
ill-advised.
Now he is a little bit of a yak merchant, but I mean, look at this dude. He's slippery. He makes tackles. He makes the catches that we
Yeah.
need to. He's running tight through it. I mean, I just see NFL quality traits for this player.
Next skip,
I
I
remember
have.
this one right here, 4th and goal. It's in the red zone, and what does he do? He goes and makes a play, touchdown.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right there on that play, you see him kind of make that guy. He goes to the right side, make him flip his hips just a little bit, then cuts it instantly right back to the left and gets that small amount of room. That's how he made it. Here's against Utah, who had a pretty good defense, and he's just lighting it up. I don't have anything here, but I know the game against. I think when they play Texas Tech, there's some stuff there. The 3 minute mark.
3 minute
3 minute
mark.
mark. That's way back there. Never mind. That's just a great. Yeah.
I mean,
And then look at there, just the speed. He's got all the talent. A lot of people have him low. The reason he's not the wide receiver one is because his injury history,
I
Mason.
mean, there's nothing on this tape that doesn't tell you that this is probably one of the best players in the draft. Because I mean, surely it's all about what the eyes in the sky saying, and I mean, the tape it tells you the story. It's just like, well, this dude is exactly as advertised, but there's
Mhm.
the same risk that we've talked about is the injuries. Like, what do the injuries say here? And I mean, broken collarbone, soft tissue injuries, and it's a little scary to look at. And so I mean that's going to affect his grade a little bit. But I mean I then want to kind of turn our eyes to like, well, if we're not going to go Jordan Tyson, this is the other wide receiver in play here, and we got a little bit of Denzel Boston pulled up here. Here's Denzel Boston against Michigan.
Yeah, Denzel Boston is a player that people have him going third, the wide receiver three around there. And so to me, it's just watching his film. He's athletic. I don't want to hate on any player here, but for me, when I see Denzel Boston, I think he's overvalued, Mason. We talked about that a little bit in the meeting before, but just nothing crazy. Like he beat him there, yeah, I know. But as we watch his film, he never really goes and gets the ball. He lets it come to him, which I think is a bad trait that he has. Um, it'll make a lot of quarterbacks angry when there's a lot of PBUs and interceptions on him. A lot of these cornerbacks are going to be better, and so he has some good vision, he has some good speed, but it's just that contested part of the catch is something you got to have. Jordan Tyson has a natural instinct for the contested catch, the timing. He flips his hands at the last second. His eyes probably light up. I can't get that close on film, but I'm guessing his eyes are like a pro level of when to light up to look for the ball. And Denzel Boston just doesn't have that for me right now. Um,
Well, yeah, for me, I mean, Denzel Boston, I mean, the scary thing is just like I have watching his full, all 22 tape and kind of watching it now is the separation for me just isn't quite there. Like everything he's making is a contested catch. And that's the number one
yeah,
thing that you look for with a college wide receiver, guys, is what is the level of separation they get on their routes. And for me, that's exactly Keon Coleman territory that we get into here is he's a good player on film. He's got a 6'4" size. He's able to make jump ball catches in the red zone in college, but is he able to actually separate against NFL level corners? And
yeah.
I don't see it, Liam.
No, I don't. Like that's just something when Jordan Tyson, we were like watching him, his footwork off the ball was insane. Like, I'll say for easily recognizable name, Devontae Adams up there with his like he'll put the right foot behind the left foot, little move and then it's slant route. That's just for like 3 yards. And I don't see that out of Denzel Boston when it's just a 3 yard. He's just a go person. So that's something that he's gonna have to learn extra time in the NFL now. And who wants to waste first round capital on a guy like that where you're gonna be all right, you gotta learn how to do a lot more now. So,
Yeah, and I mean,
yeah,
well,
go
it's
ahead.
just like you've said. I mean, like to be honest, I'll go ahead and air out what we've got on Denzel Boston just as a grade is we've got his player grade kind of just sitting clearly at a 79.9, which just means he's a second round guy. He's a good player. We're not trying to diminish what he's done in college, but you're seeing mocks of him going 16th overall to the Jets, 21st overall to the Steelers, and when you take a wide receiver like that in the first round, you're projecting him to his floor is going to be 750 receiving yards starting day one as a player. And I don't see that with him. I don't see the translatable traits that you look for with a first round wide receiver.
Yeah, and so what I like about doing this is we get to take shots like this. We're not saying he's a bad player. Just the capital to use a first round pick on this would be to me insane. And remember Keon Coleman and how hyped they were. And when Keon Coleman was selected, every analyst on that day was talking about how fantastic he is. So we'll be live streaming the draft, I believe, Mason. I don't know if that's been announced yet. But when we're doing that, you're not going to hear us just say everybody's excellent. That's a fantastic pick. We'll be giving you the honest answer, and you'll see it when the season starts. So, Denzel Boston, great athlete. He can be good. But if I'm using my first overall pick and I'm going to have to invest a lot more into him to get better, I'll say it, a bust.
100%. And I mean, that's the exact same deal. Because the flip side of this, our grade, on Jordan Tyson is everything that we see on film tells you he's going to be a Pro Bowl wide receiver. elite separation, contact balance, the way that
Yeah.
the guy points the football. He runs every route in the route tree. You saw him run a deep post, out route, curl, in route, slant, catch the ball behind the line of scrimmage. He makes plays. He's a
His
playmaker at
corner
the
routes
position.
are beautiful.
100%. He
And
has the quick twitch muscle fiber to be able to
yeah,
do it. And when you look at that, his War Room player grade is going to break out to where he's got high 7s and 8s at every position. I have his film at 8.3. I think it shows Pro Bowl day one. I think Emeka Egbuka type breakout at the start, and I think he can grow to be a top 5, top 10 receiver at the position. And then he got 7.5s and 8s at the rest of it. But what then knocks his grade down is he's got some risk factors because of having
yeah,
played a full college season in a year and some injuries. And so his grade comes out to an 85.8. And I mean, that's a clear first rounder still. That's
for
somebody
sure.
that all the talent says that this is going to be a top 15 pick. But with the risk factors involved, he's still clearly a first. And so for me, if I'm one of those teams in the back half of the first round and Carnell Tate or Mekhi Lemon are already off the board and I need a receiver, I'm looking at Jordan Tyson.
Oh, if Jordan Tyson falls, for me, Mason, I don't know if you would agree with this. I have Jordan Tyson. I know with the risk, but I would choose him as first wide receiver off the board. I think he's that good.
I do not disagree. I do not
But
think that is a crazy take at all. I
so
just,
sweet.
to me,
But there's that.
there's the risk factor, and I think Carnell Tate is closer and Mekhi Lemon are closer to where the degrees of separation between the three of them, they're different types of players, they have different skill sets, but I think they're all close. So I think if you're an NFL team, it's like, what amount of risk are you the most associated with? I just don't think that right now in the NFL community, a lot of people are debating between Denzel Boston and Jordan Tyson, and it's just not the same playing field.
Yeah.
The last player that we want to talk about today is somebody that is the absolute epitome of you get bored with great football players. And I mean, all this dude did is lead a team all the way to the national championship. All he did was produce in college for 2 straight years. And all he's done is, consistently performed at every single way that we've asked him to. But we get into the NFL community and we become draft nerds, and then we forget how good of a football player he is. And the guy that we're talking about is Ruben Bain. And to me, I think this is me and Liam's favorite player in the class.
Yeah. But the thing is, Mason has short arms, so he actually stinks. That's not what anybody was saying when he was dominating all of these teams that were contending for a national championship. I mean, when we were watching film of all the other guys, you're going to see right there, the right tackle kind of takes a fall, but Ruben Bain, I love how he stays there. We see a lot of run stop at the beginning, so as an edge rusher, that's not fantastic, but just look at that. He has a great get off, great motor, great technique. Right here, I mean, look at this motor. Just keeps on going. He sees where the play's going. Can't let that running back get outside of me, and he just keeps on going with him. This is against Indiana. This is the championship game. Get off me. Get off me. Yeah, I'm going to take you down for a TFL. That was a fantastic motor play right there. I mean, Mason, why would people not want this guy? They saw this film, and they said, but he has short arms. I mean, that has to be propaganda, right?
Has to be, because I mean, like, everything that says it about him is exactly what made Aiden Hutchinson a top 5 pick. What's made, every single edge rusher that's been taken high, like Will Anderson. It's what
Look
we've
at
now
that
seen.
right
Like,
there.
it's just because he doesn't exactly fit your prototypical size standards. But I mean, we've seen DNs of his make and model again work in the NFL. Think your DeMarcus Lawrence's, think your Michael Bennett's of the world. People that are shot off shotguns that are every bit of 6'2 and 270, but they have the bend, they have the twitch, they have the speed to power and the ability to go make a play. I mean, that play we just saw against the Texas A&M tackle, that's Demetrius Crownover. He's projected to be a top 75 pick in this class. And I mean, all he did was demolish him. I mean, now you've lined him up as a 3 tech, makes that guard look silly, sack on Julian Sand. Now he's lined up here on a wide 9. Look what he's about to do. Rips right through the middle, gets to the number 1 overall pick, makes
Look
the
at the
sack.
motor.
He's got
Look
the
at the
chase
motor.
down speed. I mean, this
Yes.
dude, everything that says about him is this should be in a normal class. He should be talked about like Myles Garrett was. I'm not saying he's going to be as good as Myles Garrett, but
No.
the pre-draft film, athletic traits,
Look
the
at
process of drafting, exactly what you're saying, Liam. Like, look at that.
the duck. He has all the moves like David Bailey. I'm not going to throw shade at David Bailey. I like him. But when you watch his film, he just does the spin move a lot of times, which, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But Ruben Bain, since we've watched, he's done the hand, the bend, the duck. He's done like just a bully ball. He's done a bull rush. He's done like every single pro level move he's shown in the film, and it works. And so,
Yeah, so right here for everybody.
Ruben Bain is
this is Ruben Bain right here.
I didn't see the start of it, so okay. Great motor skills, doesn't stop, and
He
then he
makes the
just goes right
sack.
through. Yeah, and so that's not even a highlight play. I don't think we saw that last time. Now it's for
No,
Akeem Mesidor.
that's a highlight for Akeem Mesidor, exactly.
I think there's a. Can we go back?
Yeah,
because there's a Florida play where the angle's kind of low. No, can you go back a little more? I think right here, this is one. So can we pause it at the start of this next one?
For sure.
So pause it right here. So we see Mesidor and Ruben Bain on the right side. This is probably gonna be a third down. I can't see everything, but I'm guessing it's an 11 formation.
Yeah, it's 11P. You can see the tight end tight to the line right here.
I don't know if there's another one, but the 31 right there is gonna back out into zone. The 13 on the left side, I'm guessing that's a nickel. He's gonna back out too. And then so we're gonna watch on the left side from our screen. I think that's number 15 on the left side of our screen. There's number 15. He's just going to take on basically these two linemen because the tight end and the running back are all looking at Ruben Bain and Akeem Mesidor. And they're going to run a stunt route right here, but just give and go. Just let us kind of walk through it because you'll see Ruben Bain when he comes in. It's hilarious. If you can pause it at the right time, you'll see every lineman look at Ruben Bain, even though Akeem Mesidor is coming in. So that's like right when the play starts. Ruben Bain,
I mean, everybody's looking at Ruben Bain, and I mean, it's the effect that he has. And look at when the play ends.
Hilarious.
Look who's at the football.
Still going.
It's Ruben Bain. So I mean, y'all. Obviously, we're coming up a little bit on time here for what we got allotted for the video. But I mean, Ruben Bain, the War Room player grade, everything that we got, he's high eights. I think we have an 8.45 film grade on him, where we think he's going to develop into a top 5 edge rusher, and that makes him tied with Jeremiah Love as our only other blue chip prospect in the class at 90.3, which means that he is going to be a top 5 player average from the last 3 classes, and that's exactly the kind of player that he is. And so we wanted to show you guys these film kind of the way that we look and evaluate it, because ultimately, we're gonna stress test our grades live stream the NFL draft together, and we got Ruben Bain as a surefire top 5 pick.
I think it's crazy how people are dogging on him, and like he went from like a top 4 pick to like now people have him outside top 10 because of his arm length. Well, I don't understand that after watching the film. Like, sure, he has short arms, and that might come back to bite him, but every team we just watched him go against in this film were championship level teams: Indiana, Ohio State, Notre Dame, not Florida, sorry, but they were just great prospects. You didn't see a single like University of North Dakota State A&M on this film. It was all against athletes that are going to be drafted, the linemen. So Ruben Bain, I can't wait to see him in the NFL.
So, guys, I mean, that's some of our favorite players in the class that we want to share with you. I mean, we went and looked at a couple guys out of Arkansas. They're going to be day 2, day 3 picks. And we went and looked at some elite, incredible line talent that should be, first-round selections. And then we did a comparison between who we think the best wide receiver is and a receiver that isn't quite up to the same standard.
Yeah, I hope you guys really enjoyed. Let us know if you want to do that again. Get some elite ball knowledge with the clips as we go over it, the film, the All-22. Shout out to all those guys that helped us with that. But yeah, that was fantastic. I hope you didn't buy that Ruben Bain propaganda that's against him, Mason. I hope we kind of made that clear that this guy should be something wherever he goes. Don't know yet, though.
Hopefully y'all can hear the consistent message from us is don't get bored with great players, because that's exactly what happens in this draft process. You make your mock drafts, you get tired of picking the same players, and then you've got some new guy on there that's getting funded by an agent that's wanting to push for one of their players. Don't fall for the smoke screens. Stay consistent with the same message. If you see a good football player, draft the good football player. And so as we ramp up the draft season, what you're going to keep seeing on the channel is us releasing draft content of where we've seen and ranked these players, testing into what we watched on the NFL team. We've covered free agency, so we know what NFL teams need, and it's leading up to the actual day of the draft, where myself and Liam will be live streaming the full first round. So we hope you tune in for that.
Yeah, we'll be super hyped. I think we'll have a fantastic way to go about it. It's going to be some elite knowledge. You're not going to hear Mel Kiper, so I think you're going to want to tune into us as we just break down, all the grades, all the film that we've seen, and why we think this is going to be a great fit or not. You're going to hear honest reactions you're not going to get anywhere else, so be sure to tune in.
100%. That's exactly what you'll always get on the WARROOM, is a educated, unfiltered, honest take. So we appreciate you riding with us. You know, NFL draft started out of nowhere. The subscriber count's going crazy, and we really do appreciate that. We're trying to push to 500 by the end, and for all of you guys that have stuck with us back at subscriber 0 about a year ago to now, we really appreciate you riding with us, and we hope to catch you in the next episode of the War. We hope you enjoy this episode of the WARROOM podcast presented by the Sideline Journal. If you haven't yet, consider clicking the subscribe button. 374 subscribers is incredible, and we really appreciate all the support. We're shooting for 500 by the end of draft season. We're steadily getting there. Keep your eyes out for more mock drafts from us and film breakdown grades, and we're going to have some more videos kind of come out here of larger stories going on in the NFL offseason. But we enjoyed this video format, and we appreciate you watching. If you liked it, drop a comment below, and we'll catch you in the next episode. Peace out.